Interview coming up with ChalkDUST today, Saturday, May the 7th, 94, coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chalky, I'm going to say something that you've heard already for the year 1994. Eddie Grant in 1970 made Black Skin, Blue-Eyed Boy, and now he's claiming that he is the first person to sing soca music, and you have commented on such.
Well, I made a comment in the Calypso King competition this year about Eddie Grant because I was actually I am knowledgeable in the sense that I have a right to say that because I was there when Lord Shorty, composer and myself had an interview in Trinidad at the television station when Shorty brought the first soca songs and played on television. I was there, myself, composer, and Lord Shorty, and we kept a function. We kept an interview on television, and he actually played the soca songs when he came back from Africa. So I was there. So having heard Eddie Grant, I am in full authority to say what I did. I made a comment that he couldn't be the first. Also, even Shadow had a different bass rhythm pattern in the 1970s when he brought his bassman. So Eddie Grant saying that no way he could be correct, and that's why I feel I had the right to say it.
And then you went on further to state that that is why there should be an institute in Trinidad that preserves the cultural heritage of our people, so that there'll be no misconceptions as to who started what, when, how, and why.
But that was not the main reason for the institution.
Well, I know
but
you
this is one of the reasons why we ought to have an institution, because we have to document the Calypso, and there's need for documentation. There's need for proper documentation of the Calypso. There's need for proper documentation of all the art forms, but especially in Calypso and Carnival. We need proper documentation. We need recordings. We need recordings because a lot of Calypsos have gone unrecorded. We need books. We need photographs. We need all these things so that our children can pass on. We can pass on these things to our children. So the reason for the Calypso Institute and the Carnival Institute is for proper documentation, but not Eddie Grant. Eddie Grant is only part of it, you know. So don't feel that Eddie Grant is the reason for the Carnival Institute. He's just a cog in the wheel.
You said you had discussions with the authorities. At what stage are they now?
Well, right now the ball is in my garden. I have been asked to find a building to start housing the institute, and government wants to start the institute, but government is a little embarrassed in terms of problems of WASA, problems of crime, problems etc. But the ball is in my corner now. I have to find the building to start it, and in view of the fact that our economy is, we're not at the best. I have to try and find an institute in keeping with our economy and keeping with our monies. So I am trying to scale down the institute without losing its savor, without losing its strength and its beauty, and try to get a building where we can start this Carnival Institute. So I'm in the process of finding that.
Okay, I'd like to get into the mind of ChalkDUST right now.
Sure.
ChalkDUST mind is a quick-thinking mind who likes to think of ideas very fast and document the ideas as they come along in song and make it into a fine calypso?
Sure. Mm-hmm. Well, my ideas right now is to start writing books. Now that I've finished my work and so on, I want to start writing things about the Caribbean, writing our social history, because so much is known of our political history and so on, and so little is known of our social history. So I want to write books about Calypso backstage. That's my main thing. I want to write about what the Calypsonians do when they're backstage. Not only that, what makes a Calypsonian? Like if I take Delamo, take Luther, take Swallow, take all the guys, what happens to them behind the stages? Their dress, their ideas, their attitudes, the attitude to life. So that person sees Delamo on stage, Luther on stage, Swallow on stage, he sees the man on stage, but he doesn't know what happens to him backstage. So my next project is to write a book called Calypso Backstage, in which I'm going to look at how the Calypsonians, the attitudes to life, etc. This is my main
And of
thing.
course, the TV interviewer coming backstage and disturbing you and begging you please to come and make a comment.
Well, all that will be part of it. The life backstage.
Right. Chalky, the media in the art form, I think we need a cultural revolution because, as you said, they are degrading our cultural heritage by not sinking in the Calypso and soca beat much into the minds. Or let's say the Calypso beat much into the minds. It's still a seasonal thing. Mm-hmm. The program directors and the people that control the radio stations are not coming to grips with the reality that we have to promote what is ours. And so you may just hear one song from ChalkDUST album that is featured for an entire year, and the others go.
You may not hear none at all.
They go into the dustbins. Yeah. All right. We need a serious cultural revolution there, don't we?
Definitely we need a serious cultural revolution. In fact, at the Regional Cultural Council of CARICOM, I moved a motion, which I hope the ministers accept, that we must brainwash our children before the year 2000. So as we have to brainwash these children to understand, to brainwash them into culturally, so they'll understand the impact of Caribbean culture and fortify themselves and prepare themselves for the onslaught of foreign cultures. Only when they are fortified with Caribbean culture, then they can stand up to the onslaught of foreign cultures. And we definitely need that in the Caribbean. But to brainwash our children, we have to start not just in our schools, but all community centers. Every island in the Caribbean, the governments of the islands of the Caribbean, has got to take it as a priority that we must culturally brainwash these children. Because our children, especially children who in the States, children in England, they are in the horns of a dilemma because they are neither English nor Caribbean. So they're in problems. So they have got to understand their roots. And if the parents give up that roots, you could imagine what's going to happen to children in London and children in New York, etc. We have got to start. And the Caribbean is the place to start it.
If ChalkDUST sits down and writes a Calypso and isn't satisfied with the final product, you think your time was wasted?
No, not at all. The brain, whatever happens to us, put it all down to experience. The brain, our happenings, our activities is all part of an experience that we go through. Whether good or bad, we learn from our experiences. I learn from all my experiences. But the real master is the man who rises out of the ashes and sees his faults, sees his problems, and starts again. I have written countless calypsos. In fact, I want to write one of these, a book or something, or publish some of the calypsos that I've never sung, the unsung ones. I have had many of them started. I have written calypsos already, and where I go down to the fourth verse, and I go to my wife and I say, hear this. And she say, that ain't good. and it's crap. I remember one in particular, a calypso I wrote called, They Ain't Get the Message As Yet. And I went to the wife and I said, how you like that? She said, I ain't like that. I said, you ain't getting the message yet. and I sang the calypso. So there are a lot of calypsos I've sung that have been unsung. Many calypsos. And I suppose all artists go through that. All artists go through that.
Chalky, let me say it was a great talking to you once again on CultureShare. It was a pleasure.
Thanks a million.
And you're well known to the CultureShare family.
Thanks a lot.
And we wanted to continue in that vein. Keep up the good work.
Thanks a lot, and God bless you all out there, man.
Okay.